Assalamu alaikum. Thank you guys for having us. Thanks to MPAC. Thanks to our brother Mustafa, who's coordinator of Safe Spaces and been a good friend to us for a long time and put us in touch with this wonderful organization. We are musicians, artists. I think as such, it's best for us to just stick to music and try to get our message across that way, but I'll stick to the 5 Bs and keep it super brief. We've had the great fortune of traveling a lot over the past 5 or 6 years and seeing all the good and not so good that this country has to offer. And one of the things that continues to be true time and time again is the power of diversity, of thought, of perspective, of culture, how it can help you to have a different way to take on an issue that might seem too big to undertake. And for that to work and for the power of diversity to be really tapped into, there needs to be love and compassion. And that's something that's been really inspiring to us as songwriters, as musicians, as artists. The discussion that's going on in this country right now, it's gotten a little nasty over the past few months or year, or it's always been a little nasty, but it's gotten particularly nasty. And I think it's important for people who have progressive thoughts and who want to push these ideals of love and compassion to stand up for one another and really make sure that everyone has their voice heard, because it's going to take a lot of that for this discussion to be elevated and for things to happen. So thank you. We're going to continue to do what we can as far as writing our little ditties, and with that in mind, here's Samir, fellow ditty writer.
Like Fran said, I'd like to thank MPAC for having us here, for having us speak. Initially, that was what they wanted us to do, which is very strange because we are musicians, and when we go on tour and travel and play shows for people, we deal in visceral experiences. We can have a conversation with people that can be said without words, that just kind of travels as an undercurrent. So to kind of be able to solidify those things are actually, it's kind of comforting. It's kind of nice to be able to talk about this with you guys. But, something that a lot of people have been talking about since the election has, been this echo chamber of people talking within their own circles and creating feedback loops. And I think that's something that unique about what we do is that we have many fans around the country and around the world who might not see exactly eye to eye with us. And we're allowed to have a narrative and a conversation without saying so many words. Sometimes you can debate with someone and just go in circles because they're never going to get your point of view if you're trying to talk about pure logic. But beyond the logic, there's this, this narrative of emotion that's always there, that's about fear, it's about this understanding that we all have together as humans. And we just finished our 3rd album called Home of the Strange, and it's about, thank you. It's about our experience as immigrants here in America. As you can see, I'm a brown guy, and that's pretty rare in a rock band. I just want to introduce everyone. This is Eric, this is Payam, Francois, you guys just met. I'm Samir, this is Jacob. And we met in Southern California, and our narrative is a bit different than I think maybe most musicians out there. And we wanted to tell our story of our parents coming here and finding a better place for us. And we all wanted that story to be a story for people who may not see that same experience or might not experience on a daily basis, and show them our point of view with music. And also, within that group of young immigrants and young brown men and women who want to pursue careers where they can control the narrative of what happens next here in America and beyond. What we're doing right now and what I'm doing as a musician and a singer, you don't have to be an engineer or a doctor to do that. You can be a rock star, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if rock and roll that exists like that anymore. But, we want to tell our story and to all those young people out there, especially for you guys out there who may be considering an alternate path. Parents, be open-minded. Because, you can have a big part to say with what's going to happen with the narrative of America, and we're going to see that happen in the next year. I really imagine that because of this election, music has become more substantial, and we're going to have more weight, and we're going to be able to control that narrative.